Manchester United are back in Premier League action this Saturday with a home match against Brentford at Old Trafford. It's our first 3 p.m. kickoff of the season, and after this we won't have another Saturday afternoon game until December, with the next 5 league matches set for Sundays. Brentford come into the match with 2 points ahead and 3 places above us in the table, but just like United, they've struggled on the road this season, losing all their away games against Liverpool, Manchester City and Tottenham. United will be eager to shake off their 5-game winless streak and avoid falling victim to Brentford's tendency to start strong. Here's what you need to know before the game. Ahmed Alejandro Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo and Nacer Mazraoui withdrew from international duty during the break, and we await further updates from manager Erik ten Hag on these key players. Harry Maguire will be sidelined for the next few weeks after picking up a muscle injury against Aston Villa, while Mason Mount hasn't featured since suffering a head issue and another knock during the defeat to Tottenham. Tyrell Malacia, Luke Shaw and Lena Yoro are working hard at Carrington in their bids to return from longer-term absences. The visitors will definitely be without summer signing Igor Thiago, as he is still working his way back from knee surgery. Josh Da Silva is recovering from a similar operation, and Aaron Hickey is also a long way from a return. Brentford coach Thomas Frank recently provided more positive updates on Rico Henry suffering knee injury and Yoane Wissa ankle injury, although this fixture may come too early for both players. Matthias Jensen has been training and could return following a calf problem. Now, let's look at an analysis of the opposition. The Bees must now be considered an established Premier League outfit, as they are enjoying a 4th consecutive season in the top flight since promotion in 2021. They finished 16th last term but were 13 points clear of the drop zone and never really looked in true danger of being relegated to the Championship. Frank has had to work around the departure of leading striker Ivan Toney and the injuries to Thiago and Wissa, but the Londoners have retained their threat in the opposition area, with only 4 sides topping the 13 goals they've managed so far. The dangerous Brian Mbeumo has scored 6 of them. One standout stat about Brentford is how fast they start games. The Bees have become the first team in Premier League history to score in the first minute of 3 consecutive matches, netting after 22 seconds at Manchester City, 23 seconds at Spurs and 36 seconds against West Ham United at the GTEC Community Stadium. Nathan Collins had to wait, but only until minute 2 to find the opener last time out in an exciting 5-3 win over Wolves. This means United will need to be extra alert right from the first whistle this weekend. In our recent meetings, United won all 3 Premier League head-to-heads in M16, although it was mighty close last time out. The Reds entered stoppage time 1-0 down before Scott McTominay's double ensured it was an afternoon that will live long in the memory of all those who were in attendance at Old Trafford. There looked to be similar late drama in our favour during the reverse fixture when Mount opened his United account after 96 minutes in West London. Unfortunately, there was still time for the home side to respond, and Christopher Agia converted an Ivan Toney pullback to secure a draw for Brentford. Brentford and Manchester United are among the most active teams in the Premier League when it comes to actual game time. On average, the ball has been in play for 58 minutes and 38 seconds in Brentford's Premier League games this season, and 58 minutes 34 seconds for United, the third highest amounts in the top flight, behind Manchester City's 62 minutes 49 seconds. Christian Eriksen has been involved in 6 goals in his last 5 games in all competitions, 3 goals, 3 assists. Only Alejandro Garnacho, 7, has more for the Reds than the Denmark international in 2024-25. All 10 of Brentford's points this season have been won at home, and the Bees have lost 13 of their last 17 top flight fixtures on the road. On Rivals Watch, we have these weekend matches to keep an eye on. Saturday, 19th October. Tottenham versus West Ham, 12:30 p.m. Fulham versus Aston Villa, 3 p.m. Ipswich versus Everton, 3 p.m. In Manchester United versus Brentford, 3 p.m. Newcastle versus Brighton, 3 p.m. Southampton versus Leicester, 3 p.m. Bournemouth versus Arsenal, 5:30 p.m. On Sunday, 20th October, we have Wolves versus Manchester City, 2 p.m. Liverpool versus Chelsea, 4:30 p.m. Then on Monday, 21st October, we have Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace, 8 p.m. Now, it looks like there's another tall injury list United has to deal with, as we discussed earlier, but there are also question marks this weekend over the following players. Rasmus Højlund missed Denmark's most recent training session and played just 12 minutes of their game against Spain. Martinez and Ugarte are playing early on Wednesday morning in South America and face a tough turnaround to be 100% ready to go in Manchester on Saturday. At present, we are going to rule out all of the above as starters for Manchester United's match with Brentford, looking at who else this leaves available. Goalkeeper Andre Onana. Right back Diogo Dalot. Centre back Matthijs de Ligt. Centre back Johnny Evans. Left back Victor Lindelof. In the midfield, we have Casemiro, Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes. Left wing Marcus Rashford. Right wing Antony. And then centre forward Joshua Zirkzee. As always seems to be the case, Manchester United's options at full-back are depleted, and we do not expect Erik ten Hag to make the obvious call and bring in youngster Harry Maas. The most likely solution is for a centre-back to fill in with Victor Lindelof an option, with Matthijs de Ligt and Johnny Evans in the middle. Christian Eriksen and a fully rested Casemiro will be options in midfield, while if Ahmad nor Alejandro Garnacho are not past fit, Antony could be in for a rare starting chance. This potential 11 should be bolstered as the week goes on, and Martinez, Ugarte and Højlund could be thrown into the mix. But as it stands, Erik ten Hag has a lot of issues to deal with and must prepare a side with the view that many of his stars will be unavailable. Manchester United's clash with Brentford this Saturday is crucial as the team looks to end a 5-game winless streak. With multiple key players either injured or in doubt, manager Erik ten Hag faces a tough task in putting together a competitive squad. Stay tuned for updates on player availability as we gear up for this important match. Can United break the streak and start climbing the table again? Let's support the Reds and hope for a turnaround at Old Trafford.